Hello, the content of the training follows on from previous years. The training is divided into more parts. In this section, I will introduce you to the basic advantages of our IPlog and LAN ring system. This year's presentation is a bit atypical. It will be more focused on the LAN ring network infrastructure. IPlog control units, on the other hand, are a bit behind. This is due to the fact that the vast majority of new products concern industrial switches of the F series and especially the newly introduced models from the G series. The control units will not see important innovations until the arrival of the H series, the development of which is already at an advanced stage. In June 2024, after a long and challenging development, we included the first G series switches in our range. The basic functionality was taken from the F-series switches, but the G-series also brings a whole range of tools popular among IT specialists. G-series switches can be configured not only through the Simuland application, but also via the SSH console. For maximum comfort of remote management, we have added functions such as running config, boot config and a timer allowing the return of the original configuration if the changes have not been confirmed. The only popular feature that will not be adopted from the F-series switches is the ability to connect alarm systems to the RS-485 ports. However, Modbus support remains intact. We plan to return support for alarm panels to the H-series. Whether LAN ring or IPlog belongs to the F, G, or H series is determined by the processor module used. The first module, which is no longer produced, was the E module. Currently, CPU modules F and G are in full production. The latest H modules are still under development. I think it is important to mention that, contrary to the established practice of many manufacturers, we do not use unified CPU modules from external suppliers. We produce them ourselves, from the design of the schematic, the printed circuit board to the firmware. Thanks to this, we overcame the chip crisis without much difficulty and have the entire production process under control. F, G, and future H switches are 100% compatible in terms of their operation on LAN and optical ports. This also applies, for example, when connecting them to an optical ring. The functionality differs in the support of alarm buses on the RS-485 ports of the switches. F switches support the transmission of alarm buses with very low latency and selected models are also certified according to EN 50131-1. Alarm bus support is not planned for G switches. It will only appear again in the H series with a quad-core processor. F switches support Modbus RTU bus transmission. It is a common part of the firmware. Each F switch will serve two Modbus RTU buses. Please note that RS-485 buses are not available for the economical FC versions. Modbus bus support is in preparation for G switches. We tentatively expect this functionality to be released in summer or fall 2025. Modbus support is also planned for the H series. In addition to the well-known Simuland application, you can also use the SSH console for configuration of G switches. Personal preferences may vary. In the future, we expect that security system service technicians will remain loyal to the Simuland application, which does not require knowledge of commands. On the other hand, administrators coming from the IT area will probably prefer the SSH console. In addition to Simuland the console, G switches will also have a web interface for configuring basic settings, status, and logs. In the video you can compare the same settings via Simuland and the console. Overview of configuration options. This list shows which protocols are already fully supported in each model. Protocols that will be gradually implemented into the G series are marked in red. This implementation is taking place gradually to ensure smooth integration of new features and compatibility with existing technologies. One of the significant advantages of our solutions is a unified configuration approach across hardware and firmware versions. The system architecture is designed so that the configuration syntax and logic do not change across model lines, which minimizes the need for retraining and reduces the time required for deployment. Once learned, configuration procedures can be easily replicated on newer generations of devices regardless of the time gap. When the device is started, the configuration stored in the so-called boot config is initialized. All changes made while the system is running are saved in the running config, which is applied immediately but is not permanent. In the event of an unexpected reboot, for example due to a power outage, the device will restart with the original boot config configuration, preventing unsaved changes from being applied. To ensure that changes from the running config are retained after a reboot, they must be explicitly confirmed. This architecture is particularly advantageous for remote management because it reduces the risk of a device being permanently disconnected due to a configuration error. In the event of a problem, the device simply returns to the last known working state. Automatic reboot function. In case of communication interruption during configuration writing, the device automatically restarts and after restarting it returns to the default state defined in boot config. This mechanism serves as protection against inconsistent or corrupted configuration. Communication interruptions can occur for the following reasons, for example, deactivation, switching off, of the port through which the PC with the configuration application, e.g. Simuland, is connected. Damage to the transmitted packet during writing. Device power failure. This functionality minimizes the risk of the device being left in a non-functional or unpredictable state and ensures a safe return to the last known stable configuration. Another new feature is the so-called reboot delay, which allows for safe configuration testing without the risk of permanent device unavailability. It works as follows: the device starts with the same boot config and running config. Then, you need to set a timer that will start a time interval during which changes can be made to the running config. If during this time a setting occurs that causes loss of access to device management, e.g. incorrect VLAN configuration, the switch will automatically restart after the time interval has elapsed and restore the original boot config. The RS-485 ports of the F and G series switches support the connection of devices with the Modbus RTU protocol. Multicast communication is used for communication between RS-485 ports on different switches. This allows you to create virtual RS-485 buses that behave the same as a direct metallic connection. The only difference is a delay of 3 to 5 milliseconds when transferring data between ports. In practice, for example, La-ring systems are used as a transmission infrastructure for Modbus sensors communicating with a central PLC. All F and G series switches support Modbus RTU on both RS-485 ports as standard. Up to 30 devices can be connected to each bus. If the switch is set as Modbus Master, a maximum of 8 slave devices can be connected. If you need to convert more than one RS-485 to LAN in one location, use Mini-LAN 4B2 converters. The table below provides an overview of the automatic actions that can be configured on a given switch. These options allow you to precisely customize the device and optimize its functionality. Each action is designed to effectively expand the capabilities of the system. The F and G series switches are designed with the same hardware foundation, but differ only in the CPU module. This means that their basic architecture and functionality are virtually identical, which makes management and integration into existing networks easier. The different CPU module then allows you to tailor the performance and optimization of the device to the specific needs of a given deployment. Thanks to this consistency of the hardware platform, high compatibility and reliability of both series is guaranteed, which is a significant advantage for modern network environments. Both series of switches are ideal for outdoor environments thanks to their robust hardware. Their construction is designed to withstand extreme conditions, ensuring reliable operation even in adverse climatic conditions. This high durability is a key advantage that allows the devices to be deployed in demanding outdoor locations where stability and long-term functionality are essential. All models will gradually be available with a USB-C connector for local device configuration. Its versatility and widespread standard ensure better compatibility with a wide range of devices, making it easier for network administrators and field technicians. The package includes a DIN 35 rail mounting bracket and a flat surface mounting bracket. This flexibility allows the switch to be easily and securely mounted in a variety of environments to suit specific installation needs. This mounting flexibility facilitates integration of the device into a variety of industrial, commercial, and technical applications, increasing its practicality and versatility. All unit models are primarily designed for installation in 19-inch racks. Some switches contain powerful PoE power supplies of up to 750 watts. Therefore, their weight is relatively large and supporting L profiles are included in the delivery. These ensure safe weight distribution and prevent sagging of the profiles. That's all for the content of this webinar. Finally, I would like to mention some information about the test procedure and the subsequent issuance of certificates. Tests are only mandatory for people registering projects on our website and in the case of applying for an extended warranty of 5 years from the end of production. In both cases, you must have a valid certificate and activated VIP access on our website. The VIP account is activated automatically after passing the test. We consider a test with at least 2/3 of the answers correct to be a successful composite test. You have 2 attempts to pass the test each day. The validity of the certificate and VIP access to the website is 6 months. During this time, you can extend your VIP status at any time by taking another test. Another way to get VIP access is to participate in face-to-face training. In this case, your VIP access is activated for 1 year. Finally, thank you for your attention and I look forward to hearing from you on the next webinar.